Hey, how you doing? What's going on? Let's see if I can get this to work today. There we go. Nice. Everything's working today. It's a beautiful thing. Welcome to the replay. Welcome to Daily Fuel. My name is Bobby. I'm the host of this group, the spiritual artist, Quantasy. And so if you're watching in the replay, which you are because nobody's here yet, then do me a favor and let me know that you're here in the replay. You can put a hashtag, you can put a comment, you can like it, you can heart it, you can do whatever you want. I don't really notice the hearts and likes in the replays, but I do notice the comments. So if you comment, let me know that you're here. I like to go back and I read them and I like them, I reply back. You can put hashtags if you like. And where the heck is everybody? I hardly ever get this far without a single person here. That's kind of funny. Yeah, like literally. That makes me weird that I'm not live in the right place or something. No, I am. Okay. That's funny. Anyway, how you doing, replay people? It's just you and me today, apparently. So, so if I usually at this point I would say if you're watching live, you can start commenting, but I got nobody to say that to. So I'll just talk to you guys for another 30 seconds or so, and then I'll get started. Without them, I don't need them. Who needs them? I don't need live people. I like replay people. You guys are the heart and soul of this group anyway. So this is really peculiar. I don't think this has ever happened, not once the whole time I've been running this group. I feel like something's wrong. It makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. I seriously feel like something's not right. That's really weird. Anyway, who cares? So, if you're not watching live, then here's what's going to happen. Have you ever been on Daily Fuel before? I'm gonna do my spiel now, and then if there's anyone shows up, I'll go to the comments later. But anyway, I'll just do this for you. It's just you and me today. It's just the two of us. So here we go. Let's get started. Beauty. What is beauty, by the way? My wife and I are watching American Idol together, and that show, by the way, always, it comes on every year. I always go, I don't want to watch that show because I'm not a big fan of the auditions and stuff. And then, Marsha's here. Hi, Marsha. How you doing? Good evening, Bobby. Good evening, Marsha. Anyway, I'm talking about American Idol. Don't worry, replay people. I'm still talking to you. So, American Idol, they do the auditions. I start to get bored with it or whatever, but she's watching it. And then suddenly it gets to like Hollywood Week. I don't know if you've ever seen this show, but anyway, it gets where they narrow it down, right? And then I get into it, and I swear the same thing happens year after year after year. I get into it, and I'm like, oh, that one's good, and I like this one, and blah, 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 blah. And I start to have favorites, and I start to really care about them. And then you know what happens? The ones I like get voted out. And then I'm stuck watching a bunch of people at the end, but now I'm invested in it, and it's like the ones I don't usually like. That doesn't matter. But anyway, one of the judges said something about beauty last night, and I was like, I really like that. And she said, lean into your beauty. And I was just like, oh, there's a Daily Fuel in that. So I was thinking about how we look at social media and we look at society, and basically it's like we get a warped sense of what is beautiful. Even when I was trying to find the thumbnail for today's post, I just went to Unsplash and Pixabay and whatever, and I typed in beauty just to see what they show me. And it was all like young women or flowers and fields and meadows and stuff. Things that are obviously generically beautiful, like anyone would look at it and be like, oh, that's beautiful, But that really isn't what beauty is. And I'm going to get to what beauty is in a second. So I had three things I wanted to talk about with beauty. Well, actually, no, this comes first, because it's not just like a pretty face, right? It's what comes from the soul. So, and then it shows through our art. And so I'm not talking about like conventional, like a beauty pageant or anything here. So I want to say three things to you. Number one is trust in your beauty. So this is the opposite of being desperate, of being needy, of being untrusting of source or of your higher self or your energy. When we aren't trusting in ourselves, then we aren't being beautiful. Our beauty comes from within. And when you can tap into that energy, then you start to appear more beautiful as well. And you're going to attract people who will use the word beautiful to describe you. your soul is beauty. That's plain and simple. That's what it is. There's nobody has a soul that's ugly. Nobody has a soul that is bleh, right? Everything about your soul is beauty, is perfection, is wonderful. It's your energy. So if we can tap into that, then others begin to see it as well. Now, I talk about how we tap into things in a lot of other daily fuels. One would be like when I talk about confidence. So, I'm not going to get into how to do that because then I'd have 3 ways to tap into that. So maybe I'll do that like a different day. But here's one thing to think about is to realize that your soul's beauty is unique. And I think that that's where our society, social media thing really warps us up because uniqueness isn't always seen as beautiful in regular life. So what I feel we need to do is lean into our individual uniquenesses and by stop comparing ourselves to other people, right? In entrepreneur land, we compare each other to other entrepreneurs. Like this one's got 2 Lamborghinis in his picture, and this one only has 1. Oh, poor one Lambo boy, right? It's like we compare ourselves to these snapshots we see of other people, and it does one of 2 things. One, it either makes you feel inadequate, it makes you feel less than. Or if you're looking at people that you feel better than, then maybe it gives you a false sense of beauty or of pride or a boost. But it's only because you're feeling better than this person that you deem as being squished down. And neither one of them is the right way to think about it. The right way to think about it is that I'm just freaking awesome. I am unique. There's only one of me in the entire universe. And here I am. When you can tap into that and feel it and believe it and love that, then the right people will gather around you and be like, yeah, that is cool. I like that. Because then you're not a commodity. You're not trying to make yourself feel or seem like all these other things that everybody think is beautiful. You're trying to just say, nah, I'm me. Get on board with it. Or, get lost. So, which I feel is the way to go. So unique is not a commodity. And finally, number 3, and this is the key to trusting in your beauty and leaning into your uniqueness. Well, I got to find words that don't flow into each other like that. Number 3 is don't fear rejection. Don't fear failure because I got a lot of words that start with the same sound today, and I'm going right through them. Anyway. Pay no attention to me. So don't fear failure because what happens is you start to get nervous that, I'm going to lean into my uniqueness. I'm going to be awesome. And the first people you run into are like, I don't like that. And, here's an example. As an artist, right? You start putting your stuff out there and maybe you're showing it to people who aren't into this thing, who aren't really catching your vibe. And what happens? They don't like it. And sometimes, especially when people don't like something, they're pretty vocal about it. That sucks, right? They're going to say. Or, you're going to get terrible comments, especially on social media, because everybody's got, social media muscles. They can say anything they want and not worry about the repercussions of it. There's no consequences because they're not saying it to your face. They don't feel the empathy that they're hurting your feelings. They're just like, this stinks and you should stop doing that for the rest of your life and never post anything where I can possibly see it again. Right? And that hurts. But we need to just say, who cares? That's just not my person. Your energy will not vibe with everybody. So when you can tap into your own energy, when you can trust in your beauty, when you can lean into your uniqueness, then the rejection is nothing to be feared because it's just the universe saying, hey, you're talking to the wrong people. Go talk to those people over there. They don't like it. Try these people over here. Oh, look, they like it. And that's beautiful. So there we go. Where the heck you guys been? I was talking to the replay people this whole time. Anyway, so you know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking. I tagged everybody like just a few minutes before I went live because Kirsten said that sometimes I tag people too early and then she forgets. So I was like, let me try tagging people later. So I did it like just a couple minutes before I went live. And guess what? Nobody showed up. So Kirsten, I'm not doing that anymore. So let's see who's here. By the way, if you guys have anything to say, you can start saying it now. And let me see. So Marsha is here. Good evening, Bobby. Hello, Marsha. And Crimson is here. Hi. Hello from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Is that where you normally are, or you just happen to be there today? Hello, Bobby. That's Deb. I can see you on here. I don't know, Deb, if you've ever clicked that Ecamm link so I can see you, but I can't see you on there. But luckily, I have my handy dandy phone. Handy dandy. There's a thing I never say, and hopefully will never say again for the rest of my life. Holy crap, says Ray. I wasn't told this was on. You weren't told. See, you got the tag too late. So there you go. Robin, pay no attention. The whole thing just moved. Robin, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah. Don't pay attention to me. He needs a curtain. Crimson, first attempt in learning. Oh, I like that. Yeah, right? Oh, that's a good one. First attempt in learning. I like that. Very good. Thank you for that. Robin is giving me green things. I can't see what those are. And red flowers, which are pretty. Yes, they are. What are the green things? I can't see. They're so small on the Ecamm screen. I can see that they're green things, but I can't. They look like green squares. Ray, I didn't get it telling me you were on when you went live. Oh, do you have like notifications for when I go live? They used to do that. Do they still do that? On the phone. Let me see. Years ago, they used to do that. When you went live, in the comments on your phone, it would say, get a notification when, the Bobby or whoever it is live goes live. But I don't see that anymore. Robin says, I was late because my iPad had to restart and it was so long. I was panicking. Because that's my only lifeline. Oh, you were panicking because your iPad wasn't starting. I thought you were panicking because you were late. It's like, relax. There's a replay. Green things were dragons. Oh, okay, cool. But pretty ones. Well, very good. All right, so that's the last comment. Yeah, so listen, guys. Beauty. Just trust in it, I feel like we forget this, that there's so much in this world that around us to constantly make us forget what we know, right? Whether it's this beauty topic or it's a confidence topic or it's just understanding that we're spiritual beings having a human experience, because sometimes it can really feel like we're just human meat suits and that's all that we are. And you get that panicky feeling sometimes, like Robin did, panicking about her iPad. And it can hurt. It can really be distressful. But I think that the reason why I chose this topic was I felt like it was just a different way to look at the same thing. That we look at things that are beautiful and we compare them, I think, to ourselves. It's like, no matter what you're looking at, it's like you look at pictures on social media or you see other people in the world, and really all you're seeing is what your eyes are seeing in that moment of that, just a snapshot of a thing, except you're comparing it to everything you know about yourself. Whereas that same person, it could look at you, a snapshot of you, and compared to everything they know about themselves, your snapshot could seem so much better to them. And it's kind of messed up. So, tap into that beauty. Love your uniqueness. Each one of us is a unique person. That's one of my favorite things about this group is I like to point out, actually, when I see, like, oh, your art reminds me of this person's art, but reminds me. I don't see anybody copying anyone here. I see everybody doing their own thing, and I see just a few hundred people who are all like these amazing. It doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter what your medium is. Just like everybody's got something to bring to the table that's unique. And I think that's what makes this group really cool to me is that part. Nobody's trying to be like that guy, So I hear the clicking, which means there's more comments. So, see, I knew if I just babbled long enough, you guys would come up with more stuff to say. Marcia says, no matter who you are, spirituality in a person is beautiful. Yeah, exactly, right? We all have a beautiful spirit. Robin, I missed what you said about beauty. The whole thing was about beauty. How'd you miss it? Did you get here that late? Sorry, you'll have to watch the replay of that. Ray, usually it tells me when you go live in the notifications, but today it didn't. Crap. Yeah, all right. You know what? I did the notifications very late. I literally like 2 minutes before I went live. I did so I don't know if those notifications you mean, or if you have special Bobby is live notifications, whatever. I hit reminder and I didn't get one. Yeah, a bunch of people hit reminder. You didn't get one? I've hit reminder too and not gotten one. I don't trust those reminders. Uh, tag the thing and ask me to tag you. I will. Robin, does that mean we can make things that are not beauty, like ugly things too? Oh, good. I'm glad you asked me this question because I was thinking about this. I don't think that. So here's the deal, right? I think that every piece of art we make, everything that we do is, if it's authentic to you, then it has that same beauty. But that's what I meant when I said this isn't about conventional beauty. We don't all have to paint pictures of roses and flowers or pretty girls or good-looking guys or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. You can paint things that show the ugliness of real life, but it can still exude the beauty of the soul, because the soul is only beauty. 3D life can be pretty damn ugly, right? And you can paint that, you can draw that, you can sculpt it, you can do whatever you want about that, but you are still bringing some kind of beauty to it, even though the topic or the technique or the final image or whatever it is might be ugly. Does that make sense? Ray, perspective, always perspective, yes. Robin, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, like that saying. Yes. That is that saying. Yes. Robin, I like your ugly paintings. And thank you, Crimson. Yeah. So, once again, I don't think that the art you make needs to be beautiful. Just like I called this the spiritual artist, but that didn't mean that you have to make art that is on a spiritual theme. I didn't think that. I think, we are spirits. That's what it is. And we are artists. So the spiritual artist. But your art does not have to be spiritual, and it also doesn't have to be beautiful. And that's that. So let's be done. Robin, you get the, what do you call it? The booby prize. And so thank you guys once again for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. And I'll tag you earlier tomorrow so that nobody's late. And replay people, I still love you, even though they showed up and I paid attention to them, but I still like you too. And that's it. So have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye.